Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. This is Ahviworld. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful hat. This is actually a continuation from our previous video. If you like to learn how to complete that video, kindly watch till the end. In case you haven't watched that one, I'm going to put the link right under the description box so you can watch it before you continue from here. Let's get started. From our last video, after removing the tags, I'll pull it out from the mold like so. You can see because of the cream, with the help of that cream I applied on the mold and the nylon, it made it easy to slip off easily. After that, I pressed it down. Then I cut a wire, my millinery wire, of the same size of this hat. Okay, I'll hold it together like this, then try to place it over it to measure it. Ensure that it is exactly lying at the edges of this mold, or of this hat rather. It's now a hat. Okay, it shouldn't be too small. If not, you're going to be find difficulty sewing it, so it should be exactly the same thing. Okay, once you get that, you cut it out. After cutting it out, ensure that it overlaps each other like this. Okay, then I'll cut a thread. Make sure you double it multiple times. Then take the middle of the threads and place it at the middle of this overlapped wire. Then try to tie one side from the middle to the end where the wire ends. After that, I repeat the same thing on the other side as well. Thereafter, I'm going to slot it into the hat like so. Push it in from one end, then try to open it up gently and make sure everything enters completely. After it enters, you press it down. You can apply glue at this time if you want. It's a matter of choice, but what I did was to sew it. Okay, so I use my needle and thread, just normal stitching, no serious stitching, because I'll definitely cover it with a petershan. So the stitching should be spacious. Okay, you can see it the way it is here. Thereafter, I'll raise the edges up like this, then cut it out. Okay, so I will trim off this excess, and this excess you don't need to throw them away because we will still use it later. Nothing is wasted. Thereafter, I set it aside and fold my Sinamay in a bias form like so. Okay, then try to take 1 inch, then cut the 1 inch out. After cutting it out, I try to stretch it a little bit, then fold both sides of the edges down a little bit from beginning to end. After that, I repeated the same thing on the other side. Thereafter, I'm going to use my iron to just iron it like this. After ironing this first part, ensure that its slip, as in is equal. Okay, press it down very well. After this, I'm going to fold it again. Make sure that these two edges that I folded down, I fold it together again like this. Okay, it's like folding itself into three. Now you can see that I didn't apply glue at all, so all I did was just to fold down and iron. Because it's in a bias form, it will not lose out. So from here I can pull it or stretch it a little bit. Okay, after stretching, I will iron it again to make sure that it's sealed completely and very nice. This is what they call bias design. Okay, You can use this design to design the whole hat. It's a matter of choice, but I'm going to use about 2 or 3 designs for this particular hat, so you can fold it anyway. You can see how neat it's looking. It's exactly like bias. You can fold it like this, roll it like this, then use it to design it. Can you see how nice it's looking? I'll get 2 of these and let me just set it aside. Then the next design is to fold it in a bias form like this again, like square. Okay, I'm going to cut out a square like this, holding it like this. Ensure that the edges are equal. This triangle is meeting up with this particular edge. Okay, then I'll cut it out from this very point. Thereafter, I will hold it and stretch it a little bit, then cut it out. That means I have to divide it to give me a double triangle from this very point. Okay, after that I'll hold it like this, and I want to fold it from this edge. When folding, ensure that this place does not touch the end, this sharp end. Okay, so I'll hold and stretch like this sideways, then stretch upwards again like this. After stretching, I'll put my finger inside like this and just turn my finger like this towards myself as if I'm forming a circle. Okay, that's the design. This is a cone design. So all I need to do now is to add some glue at this very end where I'm going to fold in. After the glue, I'll fold it in like this. Okay, once you get this shape, this other one that is upwards, I'll bend it over. Okay, bend it down like this, hold it together with it. I will apply some glue to make sure it stays right there. You can see this very edge, you can fold it down as well. So I'll just fold it down. Okay, with the help of my glue it will be easy. So fold down like this and hold it, then add some glue and make sure it rests there. Thereafter, this other end, you can fold it down like this as well. You can also cut it, but I choose to cut mine. So I'll cut it out like so. Then if there are anyone coming out, I'll add glue to press it down. Okay, so I'll go ahead right now and do the rest of them. This is a cone design. Here are they. I made up to 8 or thereabouts. So I will just cut out the edge, those sharp edges, trim them off. Then this is the first one I made. Okay, remember I told you I made 2. So all I need to do now is to form a kind of a shape. You can form anything you like, but for this particular design, I'm going to form something like an infinity sign, or you can call it a letter, a figure 8, or an infinity sign. Okay, after folding like this, then fold like so. This is another design as well. So let me just go ahead now and fold it like this. So first thing is to add glue at this very end, hold it together with it like this. Then the other end, because it's an infinity sign, I'll place it over it like this. Can you see the sign? Wow, it's looking lovely already. So I'll add it like this, hold it together till it sticks together. Then the second one, I'm going to repeat the same thing, but this one is the smaller one. Okay, so I'm going to place both of them together. After forming them, I added glue at the middle of the big one and add the small one, place it on the same direction. Okay, like this. Then I will stitch it together with my needle and thread. As it is like this, you can even place it on the heart like that as a design. Can you see it's looking nice already? But I'm not going to stop there because I want to add these other cones to it as well. So what I need to do now is to cut a square shape Sinamay. I'll cut it like this. In order to get this square shape, after cutting out this straight part, I folded one edge down, folded the other edge, then the other ones. That means I'm folding the 4 edges down. I don't want any roughness in any of the edges. Okay, after folding it like this, I'll add some glue to make sure it stays down. Okay, then I'll take each of these cones and add glue to this very end. That's the back side. Okay, add glue to each and every one of them. Thereafter, I'll add more glue at the square shape Sinamay I cut out. Then first thing to do is to start placing them one after the other at these 4 cardinal points. That's up, down, left, right, first of all. Then I start adding the other ones till I go round the circle. After achieving this particular design, I will now attach it. But what I did was to pull out some from this place because I want this place. I want to add more some other design at this very point. So I removed the ones that were here. Then I will just stitch that infinity sign to this very place that is open. Okay, thereafter I will stitch it directly to the Sinamay fascinator. After stitching it frame, remember I told you those pieces we cut out from the inside that time that we will need them, so you have to bring them out right now. Try to form something like a ball. Okay, just keep folding it like this, pushing it in, forming it, make sure it's round. Okay, this is a ball design. You can use it for petals, that's in between petals as well. So after forming this shape, you cut the excess out after getting the desired size you want. So I'll take my Sinamay again in a bias form. You know, bias form is a form that you can always stretch. Okay, if you don't know which side is bias form, if you hold your Sinamay, try to stretch it, then you will know what I'm talking about. Then I just put the ball inside, try to roll it like this, then press it, make sure it forms or it gives you that ball shape. Okay, then add some glue at the end there, then wrap it up very well. I'm going to make 3 of these balls. Thereafter, I will add some glue to it and attach it to that very point, that place I opened up the other time. Okay, you can see it right here. So it's going to give it another new look there. After that, I'll stitch it as well. So when stitching, ensure that you pick only the end, that's the bottom side that is close to the heart. Don't push the needle up to the top of the ball. Okay, ensure that you always stitch. In as much as you are adding glue to it, you also have to stitch it because it's going to make your work very firm. Okay, and it will be durable and last long for your customers. So I will go ahead now and add some feathers after stitching the balls. I just pulled out some of these feathers in order for me, you know, these feathers are kind of straight, so in order for me to have a curvy shape, I just try to break it into 4 places, as in break, break, break. Then when I say break, I don't mean you should cut it out, just fold it as if you are breaking it, then try to use your finger to stretch it. It will give you a curved shape. Thereafter, I added glue to it and push it into wherever I want it to be in this design area. Okay, thereafter I'll cover it with my petershan. This is called petershan. So I hold it like this. After adding glue, ensure that the one that goes into the inner part of the heart is more than that, the one that is coming out of that will be visible. Okay, I just want it to be smaller at this other end, so that's why I did it like that. So you keep adding till you go round. I want to use this medium to appreciate every one of my subscribers. I say a very big thank you to you all. You guys are making me so happy, so happy. I say I love you, I love you, I love you. Thanks so much for subscribing and believing in us. We promise to always give you new and nice content here. Okay? So don't forget to like and share and give us thumbs up as well. You can see I'm done with the petershan. Can you see how neat it's looking? Wow, this is amazing. So all I need to do right now is to go ahead and add my elastic. It's not compulsory to use elastic. You can also use Alice band, but I choose to use elastic because one is cheaper for me. So I use 14 inches. So I'm going to stitch it at this very point. Okay, it means I want the rows, this design, to be at the side, so that's why I'm stitching it. So if you don't know the exact place to stitch your elastic, make sure you put the hat on your head, then you can just use your hand to feel where you want it to touch, because definitely it's going to be from one ear to the other ear. Okay, so after stitching, I stitch the other side as well. And the next thing to do now is to add the net, the facial veil net. Okay, what I need to do now is to start picking it with my needle and thread. This is actually 1 yard, okay, but I'm not going to pick everything because I will use part of it to form a kind of a bow, a one-sided bow. Okay, so I'll just start picking it with my needle. You know what I mean by picking, go in and out, in and out. So after that, you pull the thread together, and I have something like this. Then you just stitch it to make sure it's firm right there. Thereafter, this other part that is remaining, like I said before, I will hold it like so after folding it into two, like double. So I'll try to gather it together like this to form a one-sided bow. Then I will use my thread to tie it right there so it can be framed too. After that, I'll go ahead and place it on the hat. You can see that I'm stitching it at this middle part of the hat. You can as well put it at the sides, then place this design on top of it. It's a matter of choice, but all you need to do, just ensure that the net comes out like this so it can cover the face a little bit. That is the excess of this net. Okay, once you have it like this, make sure that you stitch it. Okay, I'm going to stitch these very parts, maybe stitch up to 3 parts. Okay, so that when it's windy, it will not blow off, it will not be going off. Then this other part that is looking sharp, I will just trim it off to make sure it gives me kind of a curve shape. The hat is ready. Can you see those balls right there? Wow, see the cones and see the bias strip. This is amazing. Only one hat with 3 different designs. Is this not lovely? Are you new to this channel? If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel so that you can be getting more creative videos like this from us. And stay tuned for more videos because our next video is going to be very inspiring. Can you see it on me? Wow, is this not lovely? Can you see the facial veil net? This is very nice. If you like this video, give us thumbs up and stay tuned for more videos. Bye from Ahviworld.